In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you perfumes that have stayed in my collection the longest. I'm talking at least 5+ years. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel, that I've done many declutters, like many declutters, and I've gotten rid of so many perfumes. I've had 200-300 perfumes at a point, and the ones that I'm sharing with you today have made it through all of the different decluttering periods and just times where I've reorganized my collection and moved stuff around and taken things out. These have always been consistent in my collection, and I also kind of made sure, because I didn't want to cheat and I figured this would be kind of considered cheating. There's a lot of perfumes that I have had for over 5 years, but I've also decluttered them at some point and have rebought them. So they are currently in my collection, and technically, yeah, I've had them for a long time, but they've had periods where they haven't been in my collection, so I decided not to include those. The perfumes I'm showing today have absolutely never at any point left my collection. And speaking of old loves, today's video is kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa. If you've been a consistent viewer of mine, you know that Ana Luisa is no stranger to this channel. I've worked with them on and off for like years at this point. I love this jewelry company. A lot of the staple jewelry pieces that I have and wear, and that you guys see me wear all the time on this channel, come from Ana Luisa, and I've had these jewelry pieces for, I'm talking years. I wear them to shower, I wear them all the time, and they are still perfect condition. They are a sustainable, carbon neutral jewelry brand based in New York, and they focus on more affordable jewelry that gives luxury quality. You can go and check out their website with the link in the description box, or you can scan this QR code right here and that will automatically take you to the website. Now that the holidays are right around the corner, Ana Luisa is the perfect destination for any jewelry you want to get, any special people in your lives. They offer a 2-year warranty on every single one of their pieces, and best of all, they are currently running their biggest sale of the year, where every single item on there is 30% off. This is their huge Black Friday sale, and on top of that, if your cart goes up to $130, they will also include a free jewelry piece in your purchase. This is the package when you order. Here are my 2 little pieces that I received. I'm wearing one of them. So something about me, which maybe you've picked up on my channel, maybe not, I love vintage anything. I feel like I was born in the wrong era. I saw on their website that they have these beautiful vintage pieces, so I got 2 earrings with the same sort of print but in 2 different styles. The first ones I'm wearing right now, these are called the Dakota Marble Blue earrings. You can get this style in just a solid gold, or you can get it in this gorgeous blue and white pattern. These are more of, I don't know how to describe this, maybe like square shaped hoop, trapezoid, I don't know. And they have a ton of earrings where you can like stack them and just create a really cool earring stack. Ana Luisa doesn't just have earrings though. They have necklaces, rings, bracelets. These are tarnish free, water resistant, hypoallergenic. And then I saw this picture on the website, and it inspired me to do this really cute jewelry stack with my earrings. So I also received this pair of earrings. These are the mini Abbey marble blue earrings. These ones are more of a round bubble kind of shaped, chunky little tiny hoops. I do have a second piercing in my ears, but it can be a little stubborn sometimes. Even though I've had this piercing for like 5 years, every time I try to put an earring in my second piercing, it's like I'm almost re-piercing it. So I'm not gonna try to do it right now, but when I'm in the mood to stack these, I definitely can, and look how cute that is. So those are the pieces that I received, and that was the perfect time to purchase because of the sale, and you can also get ahead on your Christmas shopping. The sale is for a limited time, so definitely make sure you check it out. Click on this QR code or the first link in my description to go directly to the website. Browse on the website, I'm sure you'll find something that you love. Thank you to Ana Luisa again for sponsoring today's video, and with that said, let's get into today's video. Let me start with the more sexy go-to, I want to feel powerful and seductive perfumes first that I've had for over 5 years consistently, starting with this gorgeous perfume. I know we're probably maybe a little sick and tired of hearing and talking about this perfume, but I still can't put this down. This is Carolina Herrera Good Girl. I know there's been many flankers. There's been some good ones, don't get me wrong, but I still think the original is the best of all time. This perfume is a man magnet. The reason why I got this is because I used to work at Ulta 5+ years ago, and I remember spraying this one day in one of my shifts, and I came home and my husband went feral for this perfume, and I went and got it the very next day, and it's been with me ever since. I'm not gonna lie, because there's been so many perfumes since this came out that I've tried, and because I review perfumes, things are constantly coming in. I sometimes forget about this, but I need to not, because sometimes the classics are just the best. It has a million, trillion, bajillion notes, and they're kind of all over the place, from floral to more sweet ones to some musky to woodsy, a little bit of everything. And even though the notes are a little crazy, the perfume is not. This is a perfectly blended scent that just smells sexy and seductive, and I think the packaging fits it perfectly. Similar to that, kind of around the same time, this is Black Opium. I got this, I'm pretty sure I got this because of a Demi rolling video that I had seen, and she was hyping this up. I think it was maybe like a perfume she wore to clubbing or something like that, and she had gotten compliments, so I'm like, okay, I need to go and get it. Back then I was really into really sexy perfumes. I still am, but I kind of like anything now. This is so good though. I know there's a lot of hate, a lot of people call this basic. I would maybe agree, because I know it's a little bit basic, but I still think this is such a sexy perfume. This has coffee in it, it's got vanilla, it's so stunning. Literally the perfect nighttime going out clubbing, sexy, sultry, maybe a little raunchy and promiscuous kind of a perfume. And this is the original. I do love the Le Parfum version though, maybe even more than this because of how much vanilla it has, but this is still a really good fragrance. Although, as you can tell, I've barely made a dent into this one. It is a pretty strong perfume, so you don't need much of it. But with a lot of these more older perfumes, because I try out so many perfumes, they tend to be a little forgotten, but I still keep them because I know I love them. It's just, it's kind of hard to keep up, you know? Then I have Burberry London. Should have maybe not included this in this kind of category, because even though this is a really sexy perfume, it's not raunchy. This is sexy, classy. This is a classic, nostalgic scent. I have used this, well, I've had it consistently in my collection for over 5 years, but I've known and smelled and been around this perfume for probably my whole life. Like growing up, my cousins, my aunt, everybody used to wear this, so it's just so nostalgic. Every time I wear it, it just takes me back to my childhood. It's got rose, that's kind of the most dominant note in here, but not in that overly mature, weird, aldehydic, maybe like rose kind of way. Doesn't smell too old or synthetic. It's just perfect and sexy, and literally kind of just smells like the whole Burberry brand. They just have a really classy, sophisticated type of feel to the whole brand, and I feel like this perfume embodies the entire brand. Then I have Juicy Couture Gold. This was definitely influenced from Jeremy Fragrance back when his videos were like blowing up. I definitely got this because of him, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people did, but she's still here. We're still going strong. I may not have a huge dent into this one. I may not use it all the time, but I still love her so much. This is like, you know, that friend that you have and maybe you don't talk all the time, life gets busy, but then when you meet up, it's like you guys have never been apart one day. That's this perfume. It's like it always hits. Every time you smell it, it's just absolutely incredible. This is pretty much like the DNA of the original Viva La Juicy, except they've added and kind of bombarded this scent with caramel, so it's extra sweet, so sexy, so delicious, so highly complimented. Then I have Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This is a classic. This is such an incredible vanilla floral scent. It's so feminine, but it still has that bad girl energy, sexy kind of feel to it. So freaking beautiful. This has this really boozy vibe. This puts me in a trance every time I smell it. I don't know how I've ended up with this tiny little bottle. I think I got this for traveling once, and then I kind of just told myself, okay, I'll finish up this little 1 fluid ounce and then I'll get the bigger bottle. And I'm not even, I mean, I made the tiniest little dent into this, but yeah, I still got a long way to go with this. Sometimes I get a little greedy with perfumes when I really like something and I'm like, oh my god, I need to buy like 70 of this, but I need to chill, and I've been better at that because the perfume will always be there. It's not going anywhere. When you finish it, you can just get a bigger bottle. And that is me talking to myself. And then lastly, for the super sexy seductive category, Alien. This is just, it's always been a classic, much like the Burberry perfume, where this has not been always in my collection like my entire life. I definitely got this around 5+ years ago, but this has been another one of those scents that I've smelled my entire life. This and Angel, although Angel is a little bit harder to love. And I do have the body cream for Angel though, and it does the job, although I don't use it all the time. But perfume wise, the OG Alien is just the best, sexiest, rich jasmine fragrance ever. This has, I believe, jasmine, amber, and another note that I can't remember. But jasmine is really at the forefront of this, although it is done in the most unique, sexy, seductive, Thierry Mugler kind of way, and I just will always love this. I know this is more of a polarizing scent, as most Mugler fragrances are, because they are so unique, but that is the beauty of these fragrances, so I will never not have this in my collection. Let's move on to the two that I have that are more summery, that I pull out pretty much every single summer. These are like my go-to, going to the beach, pool, every day. I just want to smell like a tropical goddess fragrances. Starting with Bronze Goddess. This literally will have you smelling like a bronzed goddess. This is such an underrated perfume, and they have since changed up the packaging of this. This is the original Bronze Goddess. It has like a mirrored bottle, so I'm trying not to move it too much. It's complex. Even though it is very, very summery, I feel like I can even get away with wearing this all year round. Even though, I mean, it is very summery, I will say that. But man, this is such a stunning scent. I hear nobody talking about this, but every summer season, this perfume gets me compliments like no other. It's not one of those summery perfumes that just smells like coconut. It does have a little bit of that sunscreen vibe, but in such an elevated, sexy, sophisticated, complex perfume kind of way. And it's just perfect. And then of course, I think we all know what's coming. Miami Glow by JLo. This is one of my favorite perfumes of all time. This is just one of the most, actually no, it's not one of the most, it's the most perfect summer scent that there ever was. I don't know what they put in this perfume, but it's addicting to me. I know some people don't like this. They think that it's too soapy, and I don't get that. I don't know. It is musky, it is clean. There are those summery, coconutty, beachy, fruity aspects to it, but it is so much more than that, and no description will ever do this justice. This is one of those scents where you just gotta smell this. And I know some people hate this. I don't understand why, but I mean, I'm sure I hate perfumes that you love too. Perfumes are subjective, but this always has been and always will be in my collection. And then let me show you the 4 perfumes that have been with me for over 5 years that are more like girly, pink, Barbie smelling. Stella McCartney Pop. This is the Barbie scent. This smells like Barbie. I tried the Define Me Barbie perfume, which was supposed to be the Barbie perfume. I found that so generic and boring. A fruity body spray would have been better than that and cost like $5 versus like $100. But Stella McCartney Pop literally smells like Barbie dolls. If you grew up playing with Barbie dolls, this smells like that. This will transport you to that childhood core memory that you have of playing with Barbie dolls. And I know, because I loved playing with Barbies, I would literally sew little outfits for my Barbies, and this just smells like Barbies. Oddly enough, it has tomato leaf in it, which sounds kind of weird, and you're just like, okay, well, where does tomato leaf come in Barbie smell? But trust me, there's something really well-rounded about the scent. It's not too sweet, but it's not too fresh. It's just perfect. It smells pink, but again, without being suffocating or nauseating or just like too sweet and sugary. It's not sweet and sugary. It's just sweet, well-rounded. I don't know how to describe this, honestly. All I would say is just get yourself a bottle. I think a lot of you guys have bought this because of me, and most, if not all, of the feedback that I've gotten from you after you bought this was very, very positive. So it's a really likable, kind of more safe blind buy scent, I would say. And then my OGs, when I first really got into perfumes, I would say these two, more so this, was like my original scent. I feel like to this day, if you were to ask like my OG friends or just people that have known me the longest what I smell like this. The OG Ari. This is just, it's sweet, it's flirty, it's so inviting. It's so good. It does have that, you know, maybe basic celebrity perfume DNA to it, but I just think that that's the best and I love it. And then same with Sweet Like Candy. It kind of smells almost like 90% similar to this one, but like a tad bit sweeter, a tad bit creamier. And that's really all the difference that I get. It's just like the perfect feminine floral sweet scent. And then I have Bodacious. I have to say this in this video, I am so excited. I love you guys so much. One of you reached out to me on Instagram and told me that you got a hold of this, like a full size of it, and you wanted to send it to me. And so I am just so grateful. Estelle, if you are watching this video, thank you so much. I didn't think that this perfume existed anymore, and if I ever find it online, it's like $500 because it's so discontinued, and this is like my favorite perfume of all time, I want to say. This is so, it's Juicy's best perfume, period, hands down. It's got like this creamy coconut note, but then the vibe of Viva La Juicy, which has always just been like a signature for me. It's one of the all-time best perfumes ever, and the fact that one of you even thought about me, like you got this perfume and you're like, oh, I think Sanya would love that, and so I'm gonna send it to her, and you actually reached out to me and are going through the whole process of sending this to me, that is mind-blowing to me. And I just want to say I am so grateful for you, and thank you so much. You didn't even have to send this to me. The fact that you just thought about me is just crazy, and that is why I just love what I do. So thank you so much, Estelle, once again. I'm so excited if I'm able to get this, and if not, it's totally fine. I am just obsessed with Bodacious. If I had known that they were going to discontinue this, I would have bought like 5 bottles, and I'm not even exaggerating, because I'm so obsessed. And this is all I have left, and I try not to use this unless it's like a special occasion, because I don't want to run out of it, because I just don't want to be without that scent. But I'm just so grateful if I get to actually have another bottle of it. And lastly, a perfume that I have used since I was in high school. I'm 26 right now. I have used this since I was like 16, so like 10 years, and that is MAC Turquoise. This is the best freshie of all time. This is the best freshie for people that don't even like freshies. It's aromatic, it's woodsy, it's perfection, it's sexy. It doesn't just evaporate in 2 seconds, which I find happens with most freshies. It's the perfect fresh perfume. If you want something fresh and sexy, that is it. Those are all of the perfumes that I've had in my collection the longest, that have survived many declutters. And considering they have survived all those declutters, even back when I was doing declutters ruthlessly, I think these are going to be with me for my entire life. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your #1 perfume that, despite any new perfume that you've tried through all the years, has always just been with you in your collection. I would love to know your #1 in the comments down below. Before I head off, I just want to say another thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. And once again, definitely don't miss out on their Black Friday sale. I will put the QR code right here. And again, it's the first link in my description. The sale is for a limited time, and you get 30% off and a free jewelry piece if you hit $130. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.